In this video, we're covering connections of Stitchy to the Philips Hue hub. If you haven't already, you need to go back to the first video and connect the Philips Hue hub to the app. The Philips Hue hub is going to be our brain or our center of connection in this particular setup. So we want to make sure, first of all, before even opening the Hue app, that we're connected to the same network as this particular device. Before we go and try to add any of these devices, we need to make sure that they're in search mode or factory reset. This is really easy to do by either pushing the reset button on the front of the particular devices, the programming button on the front of the strip devices, or by turning the power on and off 5 times if you don't have access. Once you've pushed the buttons 5 times, what you should notice is that the light will flash to indicate that it's now available to be found through the app. Now we want to go over to the Hue app and open it up. Make sure that you're on the same screen as me, which is the home screen, and you can do that by pushing the bottom left-hand button, which is entitled Home. We're going to go and find these lights, and you can do so by touching the top right-hand button with 3 dots in it, and there's several different options there. Click on the light setup. Down the bottom of the first screen, you're going to click on Add Light, and as soon as the pop-up opens, there's a search button. Click on the search button to enable search. Now when this goes into search mode, the way in which you'll know that it starts to find lights, apart from them popping up on the actual app, is that they'll start to flash within your rooms or your installations. We actually suggest doing a setup like this on the bench if you're an electrician and you're trying to install them in houses. We would actually advise to do this before you go to site so that you can name all the devices and your installation will actually be quite smooth and fast, because you won't have to search throughout the rooms or go room by room. Now that the search has been conducted, a full list of all the lights available should be now shown on your app screen. As you can see from my screen, I've got 2 lights that are entitled Hue White Light 1 and Hue Color Light 1. The easy way to identify these, if you're unable to tell by the names of them, is to simply touch on one of them, and you'll notice that the light itself will start to flash in the location. So what we're going to do to make it easier into the future is we're going to click on the little eye on the right hand side of the name, and we're going to name that particular device the applicable room. Now this is really important to remember, because this is what you will be calling the device into the future when you want to do voice control. So my suggestion is that you might entitle it Kitchen Light, or John's Light, or it could be all number of different things, but name them something that is really simple to remember. So I've selected Kitchen Light, and then I've gone ahead and I've named the second one Main Bedroom Light, which is the LED strip. And again, if you ever get confused, you can touch on the particular name and it'll flash at you to make it easy to identify which particular light it is.